And I tried to do a supernatural. There was some lady named Rowena, some witch. I don't know. I don't do supernatural. Right.
So that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know where I was going.
What was the other?
Murder, mystery, Murder, Mystery, Makeup Mondays, where madness stuff.
Oh my God. Did you hear her when she was talking about the sexual things?
Yeah. Did she smoke before she started recording? What the fuck is going on?
I'll do the intro and then we'll just go from there.
Okay.
Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Crystal Rose Martinez.
Guerrero Martinez.
Okay, hold on.
The Ring.
The Ring, which...
or whatever you want to call it, when she's talking about the challenges. So, okay, so
no balls will be flying.
No balls will be flying at all.
I think it was the day after.
No, it was the day before.
Was it?
Yeah, because I looked up Wikipedia. Yeah.
Hold on. I need you guys to be quiet. We don't have much longer. Shut up. Sorry. That's going to be a great blooper.
Todd Morden.
So that she doesn't have to stress out about our bullshit.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
we can stress out about our bullshit until she can handle stressing out about our bullshit.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Kat, you there?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I don't know how to leave.
Leave you, or I'll kick you out. How about that?
All you have to do is tap your screen. Okay, there you go.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hello, Suspicious, and welcome to episode 89 of the Bailey Banter. I am Lorene, and I am here with my teammate Stephanie. How are you?
Hey, girl.
We have a lot to discuss today, so we're going to get right into this. First thing we're going to do is our top 5 contributors. And coming in at number 5 this week is Carolyn Harmon. Yay, Carolyn. Haven't seen you on here in a minute, so glad to see you back being active.
And in number 4 spot is Miss Lady Pinky.
Yay, Lady. Now, you guys know Lady was one of our mods, but sadly she had to step down. But we're really glad that she's still in the group and she made our top 5 list.
Yeah.
And our number 3 again this week is Kim Allman. Yay, Kim.
And number 2 is Crystal Rose Guerrero Martinez. Sorry, girl.
Crystal.
You got a long name.
Very long name. And again, in our number 1 spot is none other than Sherry Finan. Yay, Sherry.
Keep up the good work, ladies.
Yes, you guys are. But you know what? When I was going through the top 5 and I was going through the page yesterday, I'm seeing a lot of new names coming up with the top contributor or rising star badge by their name.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll be seeing a lot of new names on here.
I sure hope so. I love seeing new faces and new participants in our monthly challenge.
Yes.
And we have a monthly challenge winner. We did last month, UK flag.
Yep.
The Bailey look, the ring, which we had 11 people participate in that.
Oh, really?
And nobody showed their face. I think it was me and Amber, who had like face pictures. Everybody else just did the rings. It was great. It was fabulous. Right. And the last one was Sherry, the previous month's winner. She got to pick one and she picked beads. So that was great. Yeah. And our winner for February is Crystal Rose Guerrera Martinez.
Yay, Crystal! Sorry, Sherry.
Congratulations, Crystal.
Been the winner quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. She wins a lot. She participates a lot.
Yes. Oh, and you know what? And speaking of winners and of Sherry, I have to mention this. Our last bingo that we did, Kim Allman was our winner. She won both games.
Yeah.
But she was so sweet and kind and gave her prizes to Sherry because of how sweet Sherry is and how contributing she is to the group. And Sherry's always at the bingos. So I thought it was very, very sweet of Kim to...
Very sweet. And Sherry's been taking notes. She's been paying attention.
Oh, I bet you she has because she's always on your lives.
Yeah. She's devoted. And I love it.
Sherry is always the number one contributor because Sherry follows everything and everybody.
Yeah.
You know, she's there for all the lives.
And she participates.
I mean, everything. And that's all you have to do to get into the top 5.
Yeah.
So speaking of our looks, we have new looks for the month of March. Yes. Our first look is the Australian flag.
Yes.
And I like how Jenya did this. Now, and it was funny because the last 3 months, they've all been red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
But she went by our most contributing countries.
Yeah.
You know, so I thought that was really cool. The second look is the Supernatural.
Yep, and that is Sherry's pick.
Yeah.
Because she won last month, she got to pick which thing she wanted to do. She's a big Supernatural fan. So am I. You know, there are other members that we have that are Supernatural fans too.
Right.
So I hope this gets people real excited to throw on that flannel and do some cosplaying.
And you know what? And I noticed when Jenya did the video for that, I was paying attention to today because I was trying to find a look off of it. And you don't have to do just makeup.
Right.
Because especially if you are a Supernatural fan and you have like items from Supernatural or...
You don't even have to be a Supernatural fan if you have flannel because that's what all the hunters wear. All the hunters wear flannel. If you got a trucker hat, you can be Bobby.
I just worn a flannel and been done with it today, but no. So it's not just a makeup look. You know, you have to really go and look at the featured video and pay attention to when they're scrolling through and see what different things that you could do for the Supernatural look.
Yeah.
For the third challenge look, which I thought was very fitting as well, it's the glove look. And I was reading Jenya's little excerpt, and being that it's towards the end of winter, show your winter gloves. And now that spring is almost here, it's baseball season, show a baseball glove. You know?
I have my latex gloves.
I see. That would be me with work because I have to wear them at work.
Yeah.
So
I think that I'm planning on doing my hair in the live just to do something different. So I'm not doing makeup because it is a non-makeup look. So I figured, hey, I could do my hair. And I wear gloves doing my hair. Well, don't you have
to wear a glove for the heat so you don't burn your hand?
No.
Well, I know you don't have to, but
I mean, you can. They don't fit me. The glove doesn't fit my hand with my nails and stuff. So.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, I think I have a glove for my curling irons and stuff.
I do have one. I have one for my wand. It doesn't fit very well, and it doesn't work with the nails. I'm trained, so I can do it without burning myself. So.
Right.
So we only have 3 looks this month because of MMM Madness 25.
Right. Burner Mystery Makeup Madness. And we did a whole total revamp of how we were doing our yearly giveaway. And we are doing something new this year. It's 5 days for each thing: murder, mystery, and makeup.
Yeah.
Everything is going to be based on points. Depending on how much you participate, it determines if you can win. Now, there will be a winner each week. So our first week is murder. There'll be all kinds of things that are going to be scheduled out for those 5 days relating to murder that you could get points on. Then the next week is mystery. You're still going to have the trivia, riddles, and games and stuff. Then you have your makeup, because there'll be 3 winners per week. So there'll be the first place winner, and then we'll have 2 runner-ups.
Yeah.
So you can win each week.
Yeah.
You know, depending on how much you participate and depending on how well, you can win all 3 weeks, plus be the overall winner of the whole shebang.
Yeah.
Because
The
whoever
overall
has the
winner
most
is
points
going
at
to
the
be
end.
somebody that does everything. You're going to be participating in the trivias and the riddles. So murder has trivia, mystery has riddles, and makeup has trivia each 5 days. Those will be dropping at 12 Eastern. They'll go for 24 hours. You get the correct answer, you get points.
To win the overall thing, like Stephanie said, you have to do everything. I mean, it talks about going live. It talks about telling a story. And there's been things that have already been posted in the group telling you what you need to do to earn the points. But they'll be probably every day until...
For the next 2 weeks, it'll be
For the next 2
driven
weeks.
into you, and we'll have it posted and featured. We'll probably have an album that has all of the rules, because there's going to be a lot going on. And we have Jenya created this bracket. I'm not a basketball player. I don't really get it, but she created this bracket. Bailey is challenging Bailey. And then at the end, during the 5 days of makeup, you'll have to do a look from the winning thing. So you're going to have to vote on those for the bracket and do the makeup challenge part of it as part of if you want to win the whole shebang.
Right.
It's a lot. And if you guys have any questions, you can reach out to any team member and ask. We'll be happy to answer. And there are no stupid questions.
No, there is not. And then like with my week, I'm doing the mystery week. So we're doing a To Catch a Killer.
It's going to be that's going to be so much fun.
Yeah. So you guys will be given clues, and then you guys will have to figure out who the killer is. So I think it's going to be fun. And then of course we're doing our bingo, because you know we can't ever do one of these big events without a bingo.
We can't do a big event without bingo.
Hello. Except I won't be doing it live.
Yes.
So this time it's going to be a little different. It's going to run the whole
15 days.
Right. And there's going to be 5 words a day only.
Yeah.
And they'll drop around 10. The times are going to be a little bit off because I didn't want to do every single day at 10 o'clock. Up until 6. And then at 7 o'clock, a list of the day's words will be posted. And then they will be put into the featured section so you guys can find them.
It's a blackout
It's a
cover
blackout
all
bingo.
game.
Yep. So, but it's going to be a fun time.
It is.
Now, this is going to be challenging because this is our first time doing it
this
way.
way.
You know.
And the reason why we did it this way is because we had so much success doing October.
Right.
Like October went so smoothly. We were like, hey, well, let's try this here. Hopefully, this, fingers crossed, knock on wood, this goes as swimmingly as October did. But
yes,
it should be fun. If you guys have any questions, reach out to us.
We're here to answer anything that you may have.
Yeah, and there's going to be a lot going on. So you got to be watching the page. Got to be following.
Yes, you do.
I think business is handled with the group. I don't think there's anything else we have to address. Let's jump in to this Dr. Death.
Dr. Death. Yes. Yeah. And you know, he sounded like a pretty normal freaking guy.
Yeah.
He grew up in a middle-class home. You know, had both his parents, you know, but when he was like 17, his mom had gotten sick with lung cancer.
Yeah.
And he was basically her main caretaker. She eventually, you know, passed away and whatnot. I mean, it was a very interesting story, but let me tell you, Bailey surprised me with some of the things she was saying in this video today.
Today's story contains graphic descriptions of crime scenes, adult dialogue, and strong language. Viewer discretion is advised.
Me too. So I watched it while I was getting ready because I hadn't seen it yet. And I was like, what?
Wait, what?
What? Did she just say that?
Did she just say that?
100%. You can't convince me anything else. I was like, she smoked the devil's lettuce before she recorded that.
Oh, she had to because she was so quirky in that video.
Yeah. I was like,
she couldn't even get her makeup right.
Yeah. She's looking for a new foundation if anybody's got any tips.
Yeah. Then she said at the end of the video that ain't even the look she was going for. You know, she was just like all over the place.
Yeah.
In that video.
But I liked it because it's kind of seeing a different side of her. It wasn't as polished as she normally is.
No, it wasn't.
And she was a little goofy. And I think that it kind of helped because I don't think she had a lot of backstory on him.
She did not. And
so I think it was
stated that.
And I think this is like one of the big ones because he had a lot. Like,
he did.
I think she said the Jamestown killer was the only other one that had more. And he's suspected of like close to 300 killings.
Yep.
And I was like,
and I believe
so she's probably bringing more levity to it because it's a lot and there's not a lot of information about it.
But I think he was only charged with 15. He was charged.
I got 71.
Was it 71? Okay, because I know at first she said 15. But I think there's not a lot of information on this guy because he was so tight-lipped. Because she even showed a clip of the interview and he would not tell them anything.
Yeah, he watched the video and then he handed something to him and was like...
Yeah, and the same thing in his trial. He was just very stoic and didn't say anything. He got away with a lot except for when he killed the lady. Well, they considered her the mayor or whatever. Because he somehow convinced all the people that he killed, convinced their family to have them cremate the family members. So
you don't want to do an autopsy. I don't know what the criteria is in the UK, if they have to pay for it or if there's an extra expense, but it could be that. You don't want to go through the hassle. They were older people. They could have died of old age. Like, if a doctor, like she said, if a doctor tells you somebody died of old age, are you going to argue with them? Like, who are you? I'm just a hairdresser. I'm not going to argue with a doctor. I probably should, but...
I don't know, because from what people were saying, some people were saying was one patient had the sniffles. And next thing you know, they're gone.
Yeah.
So, if you know somebody, and I think that was pretty much the way it was with this lady that they called the mayor or whatever, it happened with her. She was a very active person.
Yeah.
But what really got him caught was the fact that, one, the family didn't cremate her like he told them to or suggested that they do. And two, when he was treating her, she thought that she was signing a paper for some consent form to do this study.
Yeah.
And in fact, he had her change her will.
Yeah.
She didn't know.
And I didn't really get that. I was like, where is the rest of the fraud? Like, if that was his thing, that he was doing it, like he was frauding people, then why isn't there more of that? Why one case of fraud? And I think it's a lack of information. I don't think there was much information.
There wasn't. And she said that there wasn't a whole lot of information because I think if fraud was the basis for all this, I think he would have gotten caught a lot sooner.
I think he liked the killing part and it was easy to do. And then there were these other things that were convenient, like having them sign a will over and giving them your estate. Oh, that was just convenient. Like that was a way of getting a little extra money. That wasn't satisfying.
But you know what? No, now that I think about it, I think his motivation was because, at the beginning, they talked about he was a Demerol user. He stole Demerol, and he got caught and he expected his license to be taken away, but they didn't.
Yeah.
When they caught him, his house was full with morphine. And what he was doing was he was killing these patients and then he was taking their meds.
Yeah.
So I think that might have been part of the motivation because now
he didn't need money because he had the drugs.
Exactly.
So most people, it would be, I need the money to get the drugs.
Right.
But he already had the drugs. So the money wasn't really a motivator
Right.
unless his lifestyle, his wife and his kids needed something extra.
And they didn't talk too much about his wife and kids either. The only thing that they really said was, because he did get sentenced, he was in prison.
Yeah.
But the day before his 58th birthday, he hung himself in his prison cell. And it had something to do with making sure that his wife got his pension.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought that was weird. And then he took care of his family. He kept his family out of all the drama. There's no articles about them, no nothing. There's no research. He kept his family out of it.
And it was
his
so
family
weird
didn't know what was going on, or else they probably would have turned him in, hopefully, maybe.
Right. I mean, but even if you look at his picture, he doesn't look like a crazy person.
No.
You know, and the people actually loved him.
Yeah.
All his patients loved him. And it was funny because, but like Bailey says, but it wasn't funny. He would get Christmas gifts and stuff from his patients. And she said, and it's so weird because that's when a lot of his killings would happen.
Yeah.
Would be around Christmas Eve, Christmas Day.
Christmas was probably his mom's favorite holiday.
Could be.
Because I think this all
ties in with his mom.
His mom.
It does. Yeah. But Bailey made this opinion at the end of the thing that it may have all started with his mother.
Yeah.
And that he was her main caretaker and he was seeing what the drugs can do for somebody, but there's no proof of that. But it
pure speculation.
It always stems from something.
Yeah.
You know, and I think the trauma of watching his mother die and being her sole caretaker is probably what triggered it for him. Because like she said.
And he may be thinking that he's helping all of these people.
True.
Like, my mom went through hell. You don't have to go through hell. I'm going to help you. And I'm going to get high doing it. But
yeah.
I mean, it's not logical thinking, but it's thinking.
Right. There really wasn't a whole lot on it. You know, 'cause like I said, as far as I knew from what Bailey said, that he came from a pretty decent family.
Yeah.
There was no trauma or abuse or
right. And he didn't abuse his kids. He didn't abuse his wife. There was nothing. It seemed like they had a normal life. He just had this little hobby on the outside.
Yeah.
That was just real bad.
It was.
He needed to make better choices and get better idols.
But he got away with this for a very long time because this started back in the 70s.
Yeah.
And didn't get caught until like 2000.
Yeah. When she said 2004, I was like, what? No. Yeah.
He was born in 1946. So he wouldn't even be 80 yet, I don't think.
No, he wouldn't be.
No. He'd be like 79 right now. But it just made it seem like he was so much older. And he was only 58 when he passed in 2004.
The thing that blew me away, that really was like, what? Was when they were talking to people in the town of Stony Brook. And they're like, oh, yeah, we used to call him Dr. Death.
Yeah.
And it's like, and none of you are true crime people. None of you. Not one person in this town was a true crime.
Why do you call him Dr. Death? Oh, because when you see him, you usually...
You die.
And then it came to fruition. That really what it was.
Yeah.
What I thought was interesting, too, was when he left his... hometown after he got his doctorate and whatever. He moved to a town called Todmorden. And it was actually a German word that means death.
Yeah.
It was a good episode. I mean, it took me 4 times to watch it because I'd always watch it right before I go to bed and, I fell asleep.
Her voice is so soothing. How could you not? And she did have kind of like an upbeat. It wasn't as dark. Like Jack the Ripper was kind of dark and she was kind of broody in that one.
Right.
So this was very different and I loved it. I thought it was great.
It was great. You guys have to really watch it to hear because I really don't want to say the things that she said, but it was hilarious. I just.
Yeah, and coming out of her mouth, it's like, well, that wasn't on my 2025 bingo card.
Right. When it was coming out of her mouth and her facial expressions with it, I was just like, oh my God, I'm dying here. I am absolutely dying. She was killing me.
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah, tomorrow should be a new episode.
Should be.
Yep.
Well, that's all I've got.
That's all I've got too. So, like we said, keep an eye on the page this month and look out for all the great things that are going to be happening in the group. And again, if you have any questions, you can reach out to any of us at any time.
Yep, we're here for you.
Always.
All right, see you later.
All right, guys. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.